Radio Network. The Bucs have signed head coach Todd Bowles and GM Jason Light to multi-year contract extensions for NFL Network insider Mike Garafolo. Bowles saying, "I'm extremely appreciative of the confidence that the Glazer family has shown in my abilities to lead this football team." Former Ravens kicker Justin Tucker has been suspended without pay for the first 10 weeks of the 2025 season for violating the NFL's personal conduct policy. Tucker was released by Baltimore on May 5th after 13 seasons amid allegations of misconduct related to massage therapy sessions. Saints rookie Tyler Shuck will be battling the starting quarterback spot and seems to be ready for everything the NFL has to bring, recently saying, quote, "I think for me and what I've been through, you're not going to faze me if we start off 0-2. Shuck is aiming to become just the second Saints Week 1 rookie starting quarterback since Archie Manning in 1971. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED, because millions of men experience it. But not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. HIMS can help. Through HIMS.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED through a 100% online process. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to HIMS.com/joy. HIMS.com/JOY.
If you are 50 or older, it is recommended that you get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia, a potentially serious bacterial lung disease that can disrupt your life for weeks. If you're an adult, 19 to 49, with certain underlying medical conditions like asthma, diabetes, chronic heart disease, or COPD, vaccination is also recommended. Talk to your doctor about vaccination today and learn more at lung.org/protect yourself. Furnished by the American Lung Association in collaboration with Pfizer.
And we are the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXO El Centro, California. Friday. It is Friday, June 27th, 2025. Friday, heading into a weekend. I'm Carroll in the newsroom, Jared Anchondo. Jared, I'm surprised you're here. How did you make it back from Jeff Bezos' wedding?
Oh, in my private jet.
Yes, okay. I am disappointed. I was not invited.
Oh, yeah, it was a great time, They rented out all of Venice just for us.
Did you bring back a piece of the wedding cake?
Yes, and it's 24 karat gold.
Okay.
Just solid.
I'm sorry. They just spent, roughly $1 billion on this?
Yeah, I'm not surprised, though. These billionaire weddings, sometimes they can last a month.
Yeah, okay. And basically rented the entire city of Venice, right?
Something like that, yeah.
And, hey, Jeffy, hey, buddy, don't you think you could have fed half of Appalachia for 5 years with that? Yeah.
Feed the whole world. Yeah.
And I'm sorry if this doesn't sound right, but I can almost guarantee you Jeff would have been happy going to a justice of the peace at Gretna Green Chapel in Yuma. And this was all Lauren Sanchez's idea.
Yeah, she wanted the big wedding. He was like, it's okay. Yeah. Okay. He was the big checkbook.
Yeah, let's see if we can line up a JP, okay? Anyway. Oh, by the way, it's Khloe Kardashian's birthday today. She's 41. And if you're not familiar, Khloe would be the Tito of the Kardashian family.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that takes a shot at both of them, doesn't it?
Poor Tito.
Yeah.
He just can't catch a break.
Anyway, going back in history, on this date in 2011, Los Angeles Dodgers owner Frank McCourt filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. Think about it. Only the McCourts and the Corleone family could demand $60 for parking, $20 for a beer, and $15 for a hot dog and claim they're losing money. Oh, boy. Yeah. Anyway, birthdays. Are you ready?
Birthday time.
Our big shot birthdays. We already mentioned Bruce Johnston of the Beach Boys, 83. Actor Julia Duffy from Newhart, 74. Actor Isabel Adjani, 70. Writer, director J.J. Abrams. Star Wars, The Force Awakens, 59. Singer Draco Rosa from Menudo, remember them? Yeah, he's 56. Actor Edward Grapevine Fordham Jr. is 55. Actor Yancey Arias, 54. Actor Christian Kane is 53. Actor Toby Maguire, 50. Actor Drake Bell, 39. Actor Sam Claflin is 39. Actor Ed Westwick, 38. Actor Matthew Lewis, 36. Actor Madeline Sweeten is 34, the little girl on Everybody Loves Raymond. And actor Chandler Riggs is 26. Local birthdays coming up.
My name is Shelley Wilkinson, and I am an Imperial Valley Food Bank board member. Food has the power to fuel communities, especially among those struggling to find their next meal. As the main distribution center of donated food in Imperial County, we store, rescue, and purchase food in bulk to serve 25,000 people each month at over 30 locations. Join the fight against hunger and food insecurity in the Imperial Valley by donating online today at www.ivfoodbank.org.
We have happy birthday wishes for Ketia Alatorre, Mary Beth Kelly, Manuel Isaiah Perez, Mom Lourdes Palacio, and son Miguel Palacio, Virginia Ledoux, Leopoldo Garcia, Joanne Chus, Brian Guzman, Joseph Olvera, Lauren Silva, Olga Santana, Rick Silva, Stephanie Sullivan, Juan Arias, Jordi Elias, David Lineses, Jasmine Alvarez, Salvador Briones, Rex Schaffer, and his twin Glenn Schaffer, and Azalea Mara. Happy birthday from KXO. And I think I mentioned this earlier, but there is a bill requiring the 10 Commandments be displayed in Texas classrooms, signed into law last week. But, Jared, don't worry. It's not really what it seems, okay? Because Texas, of course, has their own version of the 10 Commandments, and the first 8 deal with high school football. They hold kids back in grade school so that they're 19 and 20 years old playing high school football for the advantage.
That's smart.
Yeah. Okay. And on their 16th birthday, those kids that are high school football stars get a pickup truck with a gun rack and a dog.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
Just one divorce away from a country star.
You got it. Okay, we've got news. We're going to jump in with a look at World and California news headlines brought to you this morning by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District. They deliver real-time updates about the air that we are breathing.
CBS News special report, a Supreme Court ruling on birthright citizenship. Conservative justices have decided to limit judges' powers on nationwide injunctions, like the one that's been holding up President Trump's ban on allowing babies born to undocumented immigrant parents to become American citizens. Correspondent Jan Crawford.
What this means is, and what the court says in its 6-3 ruling written by Justice Amy Coney Barrett, Congress never intended for judges, one judge, to be able to basically set the rule for the whole country.
The ruling does not directly affect the president's ban.
We're going to see people right away next week come back, refile some of these cases, ask for class actions that could be certified across the country. There's a process with that. You will still have some of these injunctions in place.
Still to come before the Supreme Court winds down its term today, opting kids out of school lessons involving LGBTQ books, and a Texas law requiring age verification to view online porn. CBS News special report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
The Imperial County Air Pollution Control District delivers real-time information about the quality of the air you breathe. Visit the website at apcd.imperialcounty.org to stay informed about air quality around the valley. The website also includes information for upcoming meetings, programs, and there's access to the dust cams set up around the valley. Visit apcd.imperialcounty.org today.
California headline news. Trump administration officials brief members of the Senate on the U.S. strikes on Iran. Senator Adam Schiff saying the briefing was useful, but insists it's too soon to draw any conclusions.
We need a lot more information to make any kind of determination of whether the Iranian program was set back by a short period, a middle period, or a longer period.
House members get their briefing today. A couple of communities in LA County canceling events around the 4th of July holiday, citing safety concerns as immigration raids continue. Bell Gardens announcing the cancellation of a concert and movie night.
You know, we've been going through a lot, Bell Gardens, Southeast LA as a whole, and we want to do everything we can as a city to protect our residents, those that are the most vulnerable.
Mayor Jorge Chavez Cudahy announcing it's postponing its Independence Day celebration as well. San Francisco gearing up for its annual Pride event. Numerous events taking place around the city this weekend, wrapping up with the San Francisco Pride Parade, where thousands are expected to march up Market Street. Gas prices averaging $4.61 a gallon statewide. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District. Log on to imperialvalleyair.org and you'll get real-time information about the air that we are breathing.
The Keys to Progress and Diversity, sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Matthew Brown looks forward to Pride Month every year. The New York City resident says, what's not to love?
Coming out and supporting and just being a part of our community and being able to show our pride and that we exist and we're here and we're queer and we just want to love on everybody and just have a great time.
Brought to you by Progressive. Protect your auto, home, and business with Progressive and get 24/7 coverage. See if you can save at Progressive.com.
Why'd I go to the doctor? One day at the firehouse, I was so lightheaded I could barely stand. Even my crew noticed. Getting checked out was the right call. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit NoTimeToWait.com, sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
And it's page 1 of the local news. Page 1 is a service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. You will find 3 quick lanes in the valley, and you will find they have mobile service vans that come to you.
Pet Food Pantry Program. Humane Society of Imperial County is offering a free community pantry pet food pantry program. Yeah, there we go. Here's George Gale.
According to the Humane Society, the program is aimed at assisting pet owners requiring additional support. Pet food may be picked up at the Humane Society during business hours. Bring some form of identification when you do. The food being distributed through the program is provided by private donors and local stores. Program is limited to 1 bag of dog pet food per dog or cat per household per month. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Westmoreland Union Elementary School District, they have named a new superintendent/principal. They chose Rauna Fox, who's an Imperial County resident with 21 years in leadership experience, including as a former superintendent. It is anticipated Fox will begin her new position on July 1st. Fox was chosen out of a group of 14 applicants. KXO Local News Time, 7:41.
Before you head out on the road, head into El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. Ask for the works. Trained technicians will change the oil using up to 6 quarts of synthetic blend oil. Change the filter, rotate the tires, top off the fluids, check the belts, hoses, battery, and brakes, all for one low price. It's the works at Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, at El Centro Motors, the Imperial Valley Mall, and the Brawley Auto Center, or with their new mobile service wherever you are.
Beef stew recalled. Hormel Foods has recalled over 250,000 pounds of canned beef stew. Here's George Gale.
Dinty Moore in 20-ounce cans may contain foreign material, specifically wood, according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Food Safety and Inspection Service. Product recalled has a best buy date of February 2028 and a lot code of T02045 printed on the can. If you have this stew, you are urged not to eat it and either throw it away or take it back to the place of purchase. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
4th of July Splash Bash, a cool way to celebrate Independence Day. City of El Centro Center will be hosting their annual All-American 4th of July Splash Bash. It is open from 12 to 3 on Friday, 4th of July. There will be family fun, water games, and patriotic vibes. There will be a cannonball contest, food vendors, open swim for all ages, and bring your swimsuit, towels, and holiday spirit. Again, that's at the El Centro Aquatic Center. And that'll be on 4th of July from 12 to 3. Have a fun time. That's it for page 1 of local news, page 2, and the weather coming up next.
Page 1 of the local news is a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations in the valley. At El Centro Motors, in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 in Julia Drive, and at the Imperial Valley Mall. Remember, Quick Lane services all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Up in the sky!
The Imperial Valley Regional Chamber of Commerce invites you to a spectacular evening of music, community, and a drone show. Celebrate America at the Imperial Valley Fairgrounds on Saturday, July 5th, 2025. This family-friendly event will bring the community together to celebrate America's birthday with an evening topped off with a one-of-a-kind drone show that will light up the summer sky. Be a part of the magic. Saturday, July 5th, 2025 at the Imperial Valley Fairgrounds. Gates open at 6 p.m. and the event is from 7 to 10. The spectacular drone show is set for 9 p.m. Load up the kids and be a part of Imperial Valley history. Admission is $10 per vehicle. The Imperial Valley Regional Chamber of Commerce thanks our Stars and Stripes sponsors for their help in making this event possible. El Centro Motors, Intercare, and Victoria Homes.
Page 2 of the local news, served with a side of weather, is brought to you by Burgers and Beer. They've got the best burgers in town. Of course, daily lunch specials Monday through Friday, and happy hour every day, 3 till 6 p.m.
KXO interim city manager. KXO City Council names the new interim city manager. Here's George Gale.
The council held a special meeting following the departure of Rick Daniels. Daniels wrapped up a 3-month contract as interim city manager on Monday. During the Tuesday meeting, KXO City Council decided to appoint the police chief, Armando Orozco, to serve as the new interim city manager. He will be the 3rd interim city manager for KXO since the last full-time city manager, Esperanza Colio Warren, left the position on June 7, 2024. Council gave no indication of a timetable as to when they will fill the city manager position on a permanent basis. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
A cruising fundraiser, the Children's Miracle Network, are coming to El Centro, and they'll be hosting a car show this Saturday. It'll be at the El Centro Walmart parking lot from 6 to 10 p.m. To participate in the car show, there's a $25 registration fee, and the proceeds will benefit Rady's Children's Hospital through the Children's Miracle Network. The all-ages event will feature a fun evening filled with community spirit and great food. Hundreds of people from the Valley use Rady's Children's Hospital in San Diego every year, and this is a great way to support and enjoy the car show. That'll be tomorrow night. Holtville man injured. Man hit by a vehicle. Here's George Gale.
It happened in Holtville this week. Officials say a 70-year-old man was crossing the 5th Street near Walnut Avenue when he was hit. An unidentified man was flown to Desert Regional Medical Center suffering major injuries. No arrests have been made as the investigation continues. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And CHP currently investigating a traffic accident on Evan Hughes Highway just west of Dunaway Road. Single vehicle involved. There are injuries. And again, that is currently under investigation.
Field Day for ham radio operators. The National Association of Amateur Radio Imperial Valley will host Field Days Saturday and Sunday. Amateur radio operators, known as hams, have provided much-needed emergency communications during natural disasters and times of need for generations. Oftentimes, as the only source of communication with the outside world, the Field Days will highlight the many ways the wireless technology can help people and connect people. The event will be at the group's hut next to the county fire station at the Imperial County Airport, starting at 11 a.m. Saturday and noon on Sunday. And summer vacation is underway. Oh, we know that. And thinking about the next school year, one of those preparing for the next school year is the Calipatria Latin American Club. They have ordered backpacks, and they will be filled with donated school supplies. The club is asking for binders, pens, pencils, markers, glue, erasers, and more backpacks and any other school items that can be used for school use and donated. They will be providing the filled backpacks to the students in the Calipatria Elementary School District. The district covers Calipatria, Bombay Beach, Nyland, and the Slabs. Donations can be dropped off at the provided bins. The bins will be set up at the at a local bank. I'm not sure which one yet. It'll be at the bank in Calipat. That's what I'm figuring out here. The hardware store in Calipat and also the food store in Calipat. If you're from Calipat, you'll know where those are. And if you're driving through Calipat, I'm sure you won't miss them. For more information and donation information, go to the Calipatria Latin American Club Facebook page. And yeah, you can donate. KXO News Time, 7:49. We'll take a look at weather next.
Hungry for the best burger in town or an ice cold beer? Did you know that Burgers and Beer has happy hour every day from 3 to 6? Get drink specials all day like Margarita Monday, Tonic Tuesday, Wine Down Wednesday, and Thirsty Thursday. Our June drink specials include White Claw Mango Mule and White Claw Pineapple Mule and Kona Big Waves for only $4.50. Don't miss our June plate special, the Southwest Carne Asada Burrito. Burgers and Beer, proudly serving you, your family, and friends since 1985. Open daily starting at 9. Burgers and Beer for the best burger in town.
The National Weather Service says temperatures will heat up through the weekend, with widespread moderate heat risk developing across the Imperial and Yuma valleys by Sunday, and temperatures topping out between 110 and 115 degrees Sunday through Tuesday. Dry conditions will prevail at least through the weekend, but a gradual increase in moisture will be noticed next week. 104 the high in the valley yesterday, 72 our overnight low, sunny today with a high near 108, light wind becoming east-southeast about 5 miles an hour this afternoon. Look for smoke to creep into the valley again this afternoon into this evening. Tonight will be clear with a low around 77. Southwest wind about 5 miles an hour becoming east-southeast. Sunny and hot tomorrow with a high near 110. Light wind. Sunday, sunny and hot with a high near 112. West-northwest wind about 5 miles an hour. We have 78 degrees downtown, 48% relative humidity. Wind out of the south-southeast at 325 miles an hour. Air quality is good throughout the valley. Local news, page 2, brought to you by Burgers and Beer. It's the place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You can bring the family. You can meet your friends at Burgers and Beer.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
For more than half a century, contractors and trade professionals have relied on WeatherGuard for heavy-duty truck and van storage equipment, not just to protect their tools, but to protect their professional reputations. Whether it's inside or outside of work vehicles, a WeatherGuard badge means pros can trust that their hard-earned name is in good hands. Since 1968 and every day since, WeatherGuard has been protecting anything it takes to build a professional reputation. WeatherGuard, established in 1968, proven every day. WeatherGuard.com.
And it's sports time, brought to you by the newly formed Imperial Valley Healthcare District, combining 2 hospitals to better serve you. Major League Baseball, an abbreviated Thursday schedule. The Dodgers top the Rockies 3-1. Marlins beat up on the Giants 12-6. Mets shut out the Braves 4-0. Tigers blanked the Athletics 8-0. Blue Jays, they bageled the Guardians 6-0. Twins topped the Mariners 10-1. Astros nipped the Phillies 2-1. Rays shut out the Royals 4-0. Cubs shut out the Cardinals 3-0. In the WNBA, it was the Sparks 85, the Fever 75. Mystics over the Aces, 94. 83.
Big changes are happening in Imperial Valley. The newly formed Imperial Valley Healthcare District is paving the way for a healthier future. By uniting El Centro Regional Medical Center and Pioneers Memorial Hospital, we're creating a stronger, more connected healthcare system, one that's built to serve you. Together, we're expanding services, strengthening care, and building a sustainable future for all residents of Imperial Valley. The Imperial Valley Healthcare District. Stronger together. Healthier tomorrow.
And Carlos Alcaraz will begin his quest for a third straight Wimbledon title and put his career-best 18-match winning streak on the line when he meets dangerous Italian Fabio Fognini and women's top seed Ariana Sabalenka will open her campaign against Canadian qualifier Carson Branstein. Friday's draw, conducted at the All England Club, produced its usual intrigue and some tough matches coming up. Tampa Bay Rays shortstop Wander Franco was found guilty of sexual abuse of a minor in the Dominican Republic. He received a suspended 2-year prison sentence, and life will move on. And speaking of moving on, the Pac-12 is in the final steps of working with Texas State to join the league. Texas State officials began alerting Sunbelt officials of its former offer to the Pac-12 and plans to accept. The Pac-12 and Texas State are expected to finalize the process soon, and the move will happen for the 2026-2027 school year for all sports. Of course, San Diego State, now part of the Pac-12. That's it for Sports Time, brought to you by the newly formed Imperial Valley Healthcare District, stronger together, paving the way for a healthier future.
Since 1901, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has provided the finest printing and copying services from start to finish. When you choose Imperial Printers Rocket Copy, you can feel confident in our expertise and personal attention to your project. We have a team of professional graphic designers ready to take your ideas and make them a reality. From promotional merchandise, full-color brochures, blueprints, and high-speed copies to business forms and everything else in between, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers dependable and affordable quality printing. Thank you for choosing locally owned and operated Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. We have convenient locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley.
And let's jump into a look at financial news, a brief look at the weather, all brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you, your home, your business, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Nike is forecasting it will have to pay $1 billion in additional costs because of President Donald Trump's tariffs. That, according to the activewear giant, the tariffs represent a new and meaningful cost headwind, according to Matthew Friend, Nike's chief financial officer, on a call with analysts, adding that the company will fully mitigate the cost by reducing its supply chain reliance on China and by passing the cost on to customers with price increases. Although China remains important to our global source base, Friends said the company is reducing the imports of footwear to the U.S. from about 16% to the high single-digit range by the end of fiscal 2026, with the supply coming from other countries. And today, China signaled it would approve the export of rare earth minerals to the U.S. hours after White House officials said the two sides had reached a deal in what would be a major breakthrough following weeks of negotiations. China will approve the export application of controlled items that meet the conditions in accordance with the law. The United States will cancel a series of restrictive measures taken against China accordingly, according to China's Ministry of Commerce. On the big board, bright green. The Dow at 43,745, that's up 358 points. The NASDAQ is up 87 points at 20,254. S&P 500 up 31 points at 6171. Gold continues to drop. You should have sold last week. Gold off $70.30 an ounce. Oil is up 73 cents per barrel. Okay, we'll keep an eye on that for you.
Southwest Security has been protecting properties 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, right here in the Imperial Valley and Coachella Valley. The mission has always been to protect your property, whether it's your home, business, or construction site. Your satisfaction is their #1 priority. Make that phone call today to protect your property by calling Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 760-970-4500. And don't forget about Southwest Postal, your one-stop shipping center. Plus, they offer you 24-hour mailbox rental located at the corner of Heil and 4th Street in El Centro.
Expect sunny skies today with a high near 108, light wind becoming east-southeast about 5 miles an hour. And look for smoke to creep into the valley again this afternoon through this evening. Tonight will be clear with a low around 77, southwest wind about 5 miles an hour becoming east-southeast later. Saturday, sunny and hot with a high near 110. Light wind becoming southwest about 5 miles an hour in the afternoon. 79 degrees downtown El Centro, 55% relative humidity. Wind is calm right now. Air quality is good throughout the valley. Financial news and a brief look at the weather brought to you by Southwest Security and Southwest Postal Service, the only postal box service that offers 24-hour-a-day, 365 days a year service. Southwest Postal, 4th and Heil in El Centro.
The best oldies on the radio. Imperial Valley's local news source.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by T-Mobile Business Advantage.
I'm Steve Kathan. A ruling from the U.S. Supreme Court is a win for the Trump White House. CBS's Jan Crawford says it came in a challenge to courts that have blocked the Trump birthright citizenship order, and it limits the power of individual judges to issue nationwide injunctions.
This is not an opinion about birthright citizenship, about the merits of that issue, about whether or not Trump's executive order is blatantly unconstitutional, as every federal judge says. So put that to the side. This is a major landmark ruling on whether federal judges have that power, one federal judge, to basically dictate policy nationwide by invalidating a president's initiative.
And the court ruled Maryland parents can pull their children from public school lessons that use LGBTQ storybooks, and it preserved a part of the Affordable Care Act's preventive coverage requirements. In New York, CBS's Christina Fan is following closing arguments in the Sean Combs trial.
The defense is expected to take several hours today delivering their closing arguments. The prosecution will then be given a chance for rebuttal before the judge instructs the jury. The prosecution spent all day Thursday highlighting testimony and evidence from the 7-week trial that they say proves sex trafficking, racketeering, conspiracy, and other charges.
RFK Jr.'s vaccine panel has endorsed a fall flu shot, but only if it does not include an ingredient some groups have falsely linked to autism. Our medical contributor, Dr. Celine Gounder.
The ingredient we're talking about is thimerosal. So this is a preservative that has frankly not been used in childhood vaccines since the early 2000s. It's only used in 5% of all flu vaccines.
Well, President Trump says the U.S. has signed a trade deal with China. Beijing says it's speeding up approvals of rare earth exports. CBS's Weijia Jiang.
This is not exactly a new trade deal. This was formalizing talks that already happened in mid-June to really move forward with China, because as you remember, we were locked in a pretty tense situation where the U.S. was threatening 145% permanent tariffs on China, which would be unsustainable not only for consumers but for businesses.
Now to Southern California, CBS's Jonathan Vigliotti with the story of a break-in at the home of a Hollywood superstar.
According to the Los Angeles Police Department, 3 people broke through the front window of Brad Pitt's Los Feliz home around 10:30 Wednesday night. Authorities say the burglars ransacked the property and stole various undisclosed items.
This is CBS News.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. Get the savings you want on America's largest 5G network. Visit T-Mobile.com/choice55 and start saving today.
Hi, Zoe Saldana. Welcome to T-Mobile. Here's your new iPhone 16 Pro on us.
Thanks. And here's my old phone to trade in.
You don't need a trade-in. When you switch to T-Mobile, we'll give you a new iPhone 16 Pro. Plus, we'll help you pay off your old phone up to $800, and you still get to keep it.
There's always a trade-in.
Not right now at T-Mobile.
I feel like I have to give you something in return for karma.
That's okay.
I don't really have much in my purse. Oh, let's see. Hand sanitizer. It's lavender.
I'm good. Seriously.
Let me check this pocket. Oh, mints?
Really, I'm fine.
Oh, I have raisins. I'm a mom. Wait 1 sec. I've got cupcakes in the car.
It's our best iPhone offer ever. Switch to T-Mobile. Get a new iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence on us. No trade-in needed. We'll even pay off your phone up to $800.
With 24 monthly bill credits, new line $100 plus a month on experience beyond finance agreement $999.99 and qualifying for it for well qualified plus tax and $10 connection charge. Pay off via virtual prepaid for about 15 days. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. See T-Mobile.com.
All jellyfish can sting, but one on the edges of a beach in Maine has quite a bite.
This guy's almost 5 feet wide with tentacles that can stretch more than 100 feet across the sands of Willard Beach in South Portland. City officials are warning swimmers not to go near the lion's mane lump of jelly. The blood-red bell-shaped predator is one of the largest of the species in the world. Experts say if it stings you, it can not only irritate your skin, but in severe cases lead to nausea, confusion, dizziness, difficulty breathing, muscle pain, and even heart complications. Lion's mane jellyfish are usually found in colder waters from the Arctic to the Pacific Ocean. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
U2 guitarist The Edge, born in England, has become a citizen of Ireland more than 60 years after moving there with his parents. Steve Cathan, CBS News.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio with Carroll Buckley.
Classic case of neurotic narcissism and a first-class smarty pants.
AM 1230 KXO.